Oka Union, USA, Canada empowers over 100 indigenes of Oka youth. FG orders banks, fintechs to remit VAT on service fees. On the foreign scene, United States to suspend visa processing for 75 countries. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ABS Evening News. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Details of the news. In a display of profound faith and communal unity, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has joined a high-profile assembly of the Catholic hierarchy for the formal dedication of Our Lady of Assumption Cathedral, Nnewi. Government House correspondent Ijika Bana filed the report.
The event, which drew thousands of faithful from across the country, was presided over by Francis Cardinal Arenze, Prefect Emeritus of the Congregation for Divine Worship and Discipline of Sacraments, as the dedication was a rare ecclesiastical spectacle attended by over 50 Catholic bishops from various dioceses across Nigeria, numerous archbishops, hundreds of priests, religious, sisters, and prominent laity. Cardinal Arenze, in his homily, emphasized that while the physical structure of the cathedral is a magnificent testament to the generosity of Nnewi people, the true temple of God resides in the hearts of the believers, and commended the local community for their unwavering commitment to the gospel. Addressing the congregation, Governor Soludo congratulated the Bishop of Nnewi Catholic Diocese, Most Reverend Jonas Benson Okoye, and the entire diocese, describing the cathedral as a beacon of hope and a monument to the resilient spirit of Anambra, and equally used the occasion to reiterate his administration's commitment to security and infrastructure, noting that the peaceful gathering of such a high-profile international assembly was a testament to the returning of stability in the region.
So I want to congratulate the diocese for making this happen.
Over 100 indigenes of Oka in Oka South local government area have been enrolled into academic scholarships and skills acquisition programs, courtesy of their indigenes based in the United States of America and Canada under the auspices of Oka Union, USA and Canada. Chukwemeka Modelim was there in our report.
Speaking during the program, which was held at Ndije Hall, Oka, the President General of Oka Union, USA and Canada, Dr. Anthony Nwobum, explained that 30 indigenes of Oka studying different courses in public tertiary institutions across the country were awarded scholarship by the union, while over 60 others will be trained in tailoring, fashion and design, computer technology, aluminium work, bakery, among others, and will be equipped to start their own business at the end of their training, adding that the gesture is their second edition of the program aimed at getting the youth out of the streets.
We do it to get the kids out of the streets as much as possible, to keep them busy because of unemployment in Oka, Nigeria, and Anambra State.
In his remarks, the mayor of Oka South local government area, Prince Chinedu Okafor, represented by his senior special assistant on youth, sports and special duties, Mr. Kinsley Ikebodo, commended the union for complementing the efforts of the state government in poverty alleviation and urged the beneficiaries of the scholarship program to live up to expectations in order to benefit in subsequent ones. Some of the beneficiaries of the skill acquisition and scholarship programs, including Chidimma Okechukwu and Favor Abata, assured that they will make their community and the union proud.
This is the second edition of the program aimed at alleviating poverty in Oka and raising employers of labor in Oka. Chukwemeka Modelim, ABS News.
In obedience to the biblical injunction to go into the world and multiply, the judiciary correspondent of the Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Joseph Ebocha, has taken his heartthrob, grace, Eberechukwu Ejike down the aisle of Regina Cheli Chaplains in Oka, where they were joined in holy matrimony. The wedding ceremony was attended by friends and families of the couple, including the ABS family led by the managing director, Mr. Chris Moloku. Amaka Onwuzleke now reports.
Earlier in her homily during the wedding mass, the chaplain of the chaplaincy, Reverend Father Anthony Ezetaka, said God instituted the sacrament of holy matrimony as a way for men to practice and live out the love he has for his church, while wives should honor and respect their husbands as the church honors him. Congratulating the newly wedded couple, the state chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra State Chapter, Dr. Odogu Emeka Odogu, and the director, News and Current Affairs Department, ABS Oka, Mrs. Judy Jeff Mwabeze, said marital union is a thing of joy. They thank God for Mr. Egbocha for finding his soulmate and advise the couple to tolerate, endure, and have patience with each other in times of challenges and difficulties.
It's a thing of joy for any man, any woman who is of age to look for his stripes wherever it is. And today we are happy that Joseph has found his stripe. And we are praying that God Almighty shall bless the union with fruits of the womb, and more blessings shall be upon them.
While appreciating God for his grace upon them, Mr. and Mrs. Egbocha said they found each other in love, that God's will has given them peace, and that they will build their family in the fear of God.
Grace is a very lovely person to be with, respectful, someone who compliments you, and above all, God-fearing. So I choose her among all that hovered.
I'm promising him that we'll live in peace, we'll live in good health, more love, more understanding, and more wisdom to flow together. At least that is what matters a lot, and with good health.
I am Amaka Onwuzleke for ABS News.
On the national scene, the federal government has directed all banks and fintechs to collect and remit 7.5% value-added tax on certain electronic banking services effective from Monday, January 19, 2026, according to an email notice issued by payment platform. According to an email notice on Wednesday shared with customers by MoneyPoint, the VAT will apply to electronic banking charges, including mobile money transfers, USSD transaction fees, and card issuance fees. Other operators are expected to issue similar notice to their customers in the coming days. Services that will remain exempt include interest earned on deposit and savings, meaning customers will not pay tax on the returns from their accounts. The NROS, formerly known as the Federal Inland Revenue Service, has set the deadline to ensure that all commercial banks, microfinance banks, and electronic money operators comply with the collection and remittance requirements. On the foreign scene, the United States Department says it will suspend the processing of immigrant visas for citizens of 75 countries whose nationals are deemed likely to require public assistance while living in the United States. The State Department, led by the Secretary Macron Rubio, said it had instructed consular officers to halt immigrant visas applications from the countries affected in accordance with a broader order issued in November that tightened rules around potential immigrants who might become public charges in the U.S. The suspension, which will begin on 21st January, will not apply to applicants seeking non-immigrant visas or temporary tourist or business visas. The statement did not identify which countries will be affected by the pause, but President Donald Trump's administration has already severely restricted immigrants and non-immigrant visas processing for citizens of dozens of countries, many of them in Africa. A U.S. official said that the list includes Russia, Iran, Somalia, as well as Afghanistan, Brazil, Egypt, among others. In sports, the federal government has commended the Super Eagles for their performance at the 2025 African Cup of Nations, assuring the team that Nigerians remain proud of them despite their semi-final exit from the tournament. In a statement released on Thursday by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, the government praised the players for representing the country with pride, dignity, and resilience throughout the competition. Nigeria remains proud of you, Idris said, noting that the Super Eagles display character, teamwork, and commitment even in defeat. He said the players' conduct and fighting spirit embodied the values associated with national colors, stressing that the team's effort mattered as much as the final result. Even in defeat, you showcase character, teamwork, and resilience, and those qualities matter deeply to the nation you represent, the minister said. According to Idris, the Super Eagles reminded Nigerians that playing for the country goes beyond winning matches, describing the green and white jersey as a symbol of courage, unity, and perseverance. The minister urged the team to remain united, learn from their experience, and return stronger, assuring them of the nation's continued support. It was a celebration of a life well lived as the remains of late Nzewehi Lawrence Okezue were laid to rest in his family compound at Imohia Ururu Village, Umwenze, Orumba South local government area. Modelemu has the details.
The burial ceremony of late Ogbuehi Okezue, who died at the age of 94, commenced with funeral service at St. Paul's Anglican Church, Oruro, Umunze, where Reverend Chukwujeku Nwankwo enjoined the Christians to seek more of God's kingdom rather than worldly possessions so as to make heaven. At the family compound of the deceased, it was a colorful and befitting funeral ceremony for the late Okezue as his children rolled out drums to celebrate the fulfilled life he lived on earth. In an interview, the first son of the deceased, Pastor Samuel Okezue, and one of his daughters, Mrs. Nkiruka Nwokoye, described their late father as an honest man who lived in peace with all, saying that he invested, decreed, and declared godly values into his children, assuring that they will remain unbreakable to uphold his precepts.
He will always tell you the truth. And if you want to argue it, he will just leave the scenery. He will leave the venue. He will not discuss anymore with you. So that's one of the things I learned from him, and that will guide me and my family.
He's a very peaceful man, and he believed in forgiveness and letting go. He will always tell you, this life, no matter what it is, just let go. It's not worth fighting and quarreling with people, just let go.
From Umunze, Chukwuemeka Modelim, ABS News.
Remember that you can listen to ABS 88.5 FM from any part of the world via our website on www.absradiotv.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on ABS Radio Television. Follow us on our social media handles at ABS Radio Television on Facebook, at ABS Radio TV on Instagram and on X. The main point again, Governor Soludo has reassured commitment to security infrastructure in Anambra. Awka Union USA Canada has empowered over 100 indigenes of Awka youth. FG ordered banks, fintechs to remit VAT on service fee. On the foreign scene, we told you United States is to suspend visa processing for 75 countries. Thanks for staying with us. My name is Chinyere Ikeoreke. Good night.